Cookie, hi mate, thanks for coming down this evening to the studio. Good catching up and taking a little bit of a look at your action. What you will see, your motion at the start of the session on the right hand side. I've got your club delivery details taken from the launch monitor. Path averaging 3 or 4 left, face left, hence obviously you're hitting a lot of pulls. Angle of attack 8 or 9 down, really steep delivery into the ball. You also report quite steep divots out on the course as well. On the left-hand side, the new motion. Path and face, still a little bit of work in progress. You did hit some lovely shots, but still some work in progress. Angle of attack, dramatically different. 4 degrees down, mid-iron. So you were sweeping the ball away, lovely. We'll take a little bit of a look at your motion on the right. Pressure helps us to understand up here that you've got 100% of your pressure in your heels. You can kind of see that as well by looking at the image, but the pressure just helps us to back that up and verify that. So a lot of pressure in the heels, a lot of flex in the knees, which brings the your arse out back a little bit here, and everything is kind of sitting back. You then move the club, and the club kind of follows that pressure, that kind of pressure. So club kind of comes round and gets a little bit inside. So the first thing we've done is took a little bit of a look at that, straightened out the knees. You still retain flex, but just less of it. You've then got a little bit more pressure through midfoot, and your tailbone's not as far back. So that's looking really good. Magically, what has then happened is your move away has improved. So just from being a little bit more balanced up in your starting position, your move away has improved dramatically. We didn't really focus on this. It's just kind of happened, which is really cool. You've got the golf club dragging way inside in the original motion. Then what we worked on is from the top of the swing, not grabbing hold of the handle and dragging the club down. You were talking about some thoughts such as pulling the chain and dragging that down. You can see the club comes over or forward, quite steep. That's in the transition. You'll see as you're watching the pressure top right, as you pressure the floor with your lead foot, you kind of drag the handle. This is still a little bit of work in progress, so you'll still see, you'll see we don't want to drag that angle, so still a little bit of work in progress, but this is starting to get much better. Look at that. Completely different. We were just talking about thoughts such as letting the club drop, letting gravity help you out a little bit rather than actually pulling on it. We're changing the kind of sequence of when you recruit the speed. So we want to recruit the speed a little bit later here as your body rotates through the ball. You'll see you've got more rotation. Again, we didn't discuss this. It's just magically happened because you've planed the club better. Rotation is better through the impact. You're not able to do that over here. You're just thrusting and standing up to try to get the club into the impact. Okay, sir, there's your homework cookie. Hope it's helped, and I'd love to get some feedback from you. Catch up soon. Cheers.